Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas and I did my presentation on Temtem. Moving into the genres, Temtem fits a variety of genres such as adventure, indie, tactical role-playing, and massively multiplayer role-playing, as you can play with many different players from all over the world, and it's a pretty fun experience. So, the Temtem platforms, it's available on Steam, Xbox Series X, PS5 and Nintendo Switch, but at first it was only primarily available on Steam and PS5 as it was in early access, but it eventually released to the Xbox and the Nintendo Switch the year following. So the different types of game modes, it's primarily a single-player action-adventure game, which I'll get into later, but it's also has competitive, and that's PvP with other players along with trading Temtems. So competitive PvP is essentially your Temtems fighting another trainer's Temtems. Now it also just introduced a Nuzlocke, which is when your Temtem faints, it leaves your party forever, so you can't get it back unless you catch another one, but it won't be the same one. Now, the different types of goals. You want to defeat the Clan Belsoto and its plot to rule over the archipelago. Now, Belsoto is the single-player version of the game where you have to defeat them in order to get to the endgame. And along with that, there are also 8 dojo leaders, as if some of you are catching on, it's starting to look like a different game from Nintendo. And in the end, you want to become the ultimate Temtem trainer. So how is Temtem played? You want to embark on a journey to 8 different islands as you fight through a variety of battles with your Temtem, which you can only have 6 in a party. Each Temtem has its own skills, such as having a better attack or defensive stat, and each Temtem has a total of 4 moves, some being offensive or defensive, to just boost your morale. Along with that, breeding is also available. There's different types of breeding. You can have the same Temtem breed in the hopes of getting a better statistical Temtem of that kind. And like I mentioned, all Temtem have a specific type, but some have 2 types, each having their own positive and negative effects. Now, the brief history, it was developed by Crema, which is a Spanish game development studio, and it was first announced on the platform Kickstarter in May of 2018, with a goal of 61,000. Now, it launched on Steam in early access in January 2020, along with PS5 that same month in 2020, and it became available on Xbox and Nintendo Switch in 2022, so this past year, which I pre-ordered. Now, Temtem comes with a deluxe edition, which includes bonus items, along with a collector's edition bundle that includes a real-life statue, 3 real-life Temtem cards, and patches and pins that you can, put on your clothes or something. Now, moving over to the game developer and publisher, like I mentioned, it was developed by the Spanish development studio Crema, and it was published by Humble Bundle. Now, there's 3 different game covers, the logo being in the top right, and the covers on the left, you have the Nintendo Switch cover, the middle, your Xbox cover, and the right, your PS5 cover. Now, here's some game action.
Welcome to the world of Temtem, a massively multiplayer creature-collecting game filled with friends, foes, and dozens of Temtem to find and tame. Experience the epic, story-driven campaign alone or with a friend. Battle, trade, or chat with other players, and engage in exciting and unique skill-based combat to determine who's the best Temtem tamer in the airborne archipelago. Temtem is a massively multiplayer online experience, so it's important for each player to be able to stand out. Create and customize your tamer with dozens of options and cosmetic items, and when you're ready to set off on your adventure, Temtem features a robust emote system to help you connect with other players. The airborne archipelago is a living, breathing world packed with colorful characters.
Now that gets your main points in with the whole battle your emote system. You can talk to other players or play single player-wise. Moving on to slide 11, the player and viewer statistics. As of February 2023, it was estimated players per day were 14.7 thousand, and the total players being 2.7 million. Now, Temtem averages about 67 people on Twitch per day. In the graph on the left, the statistics, 438 peak viewers were the highest, along with 181 average viewers, that being the highest. Now, the lowest was 9 peak viewers and 2 average viewers, so it just varies on who streams by day and how popular they are with the game. Now, the major tournaments and leagues. Temtem has a variety of tournaments such as Regional International Opens, Invitationals, the Regional Championships, Qualifiers, and World Championships. And on the right side, you have the UK Championship Series, which is in blue, the Americas, which is in red, in the Pacific, which is in green, and below that you can see the competitive roadmap and the variety of different battles that you have to go through to get to the finals. Now, the current trends. As of February 2023, Temtem is in Season 2, which is the Days of Yore. It's a medieval-themed event. It has a battle pass system, and the event's based off the time of the year, and that current event is Valentine's Day. And these are my APA source citations. Thank you, everyone.